I promised you that I would have a part 2 to Amazon, and this is kind of what it is. Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Apptrepreneur. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here and you happen to really like this video, please do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button and ring that bell notification. We upload videos on a near daily basis, and you will want to be notified of when those videos go up. So anyway, I talked about yesterday, or maybe it was the day before. I don't know. I'm filming a lot of videos today for the next couple days. That Amazon's employees were protesting that their climate change policy, that, you know, they didn't like Amazon's climate change policy. They thought that their goals to become eco-friendly by 2040 was way too late, which, by the way, I did point out that if the Earth is projected to be doomed by 2030, then yes, Amazon's promise to be fully eco and have no carbon, no carbons in the air, whatever, by 2040 is probably a bit too late, I'll admit. And I also pointed out how that was really nothing about that's not what that protest was about. And there's a long story. Again, this is part 2. You'll have to watch part 1 if you want to see what all that was about. But I did suggest that by bringing it up, you were bringing up other issues about the company that people have pretty much been happy to sweep under the rug. But by doing it this way, you get people caring again. Well, I said I would have a part 2 because multiple people are noticing. Particularly comedian John Mulaney, who says shopping at Whole Foods has been bananas since Amazon bought it for $13 billion. Now, John Mulaney is someone who is a little bit more famous than I am. He's a comedian, actor. I don't know a whole lot about what he's done. I know he had like a cancer TV show called Mulaney. But clearly, if you want to see what this man is all about, the movie to see is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, where he plays the show-stealing Spider-Ham. Spider-Ham, probably the role he will always be remembered for. Let's look at what it has to say about Amazon, though. And by the way, yeah, that's what Amazon stock is. Oh, boy. Amazon Foods has changed since it was bought by Amazon, according to popular comedian John Mulaney. Mulaney, the stand-up comedian and former Saturday Night Live writer who has made 4 comedy specials on Netflix, including his latest, John Mulaney and the Sack Lunch Bunch, recently told the New York Times about his Sunday routine, which includes stopping at Whole Foods to buy dinner. So then I walk into Whole Foods to buy something for dinner. But ugh, I'm going to say it's been bananas since Amazon bought Whole Foods. And I don't mean organic bananas. You walk in and it's like, are you a Prime member? Do you want this awful fish? They don't even say where the fish is from anymore. It used to be like sourced from the Baltic Sea. Now it's just like, fish, are you a Prime member? So this conversation is funny. Now granted, he's probably doing like a little bit of a skit. Like he's trying to be funny. I acknowledge that. But here's the thing. I have reported on changes that Whole Foods have been going on since Amazon bought it. How it used to be much more leisurely place, but how they got these insane quotas that just stress everyone out. I also reported how people who had worked there for decades, sometimes, like 20 years or so, were finding themselves quitting or being fired because Amazon's computers felt they weren't doing a good enough job. And I think this also highlights what Amazon is all about. They're all about Prime membership. See, the reason Amazon puts like a lot of folks into Prime is it's kind of like a Costco card. If you buy a Costco card, you are inclined to go to Costco and you are inclined to buy things from Costco. It doesn't matter that I don't need 2 4-gallon bottles of milk. It doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter that, hey, if I buy the 36 cans of Coca-Cola, that with my now reduced intake, it's going to take me 3 months to get through that, and I might as well just spend $2 and get a 6-pack. It'll last me a month. It doesn't matter that you can't justify buying some of the things you buy at Costco. You have a Costco card. Heck, you've also got the American Express, well, now it's a Visa card that Costco is branded with, which you get money back from. So you feel compelled to shop at Costco, whether you need that to buy something from Costco or not. That's what Amazon does with their Prime. Amazon sells you the Prime membership, and now that you're part of Amazon's club, you find yourself buying more stuff on Amazon, even if you can get that same stuff cheaper elsewhere. And that's why they push it in Whole Foods. It's not, because here's the thing, if you are just shopping at Whole Foods, and Whole Foods does specialize in organic foods, I acknowledge that was a poll at one point, but here's the thing, Whole Foods, You're not a Prime member. You go to Whole Foods once in a while, but you can get organic food anywhere else. There's plenty of places that sell organic food. The difference between Whole Foods and, say, Albertsons is that, well, since they only sell organic foods, you're not tempted to buy that processed stuff or the non-organic stuff because the non-organic stuff is usually a lot cheaper. But when you go to Whole Foods, the price is out of sight, out of mind. But that's not enough for Amazon, and hey, in all fairness, this is a business. I'm not criticizing them for this per se. So now they're pushing Prime memberships. I remember going several months ago to Whole Foods. We had to pick up like a card. It was right there. And we were asked, are you a Prime member, like 3 times? And it was like, ugh. So even comedians and famous people like John Mulaney, and keep in mind, John Mulaney is probably a privileged person. The fact that he is going to Whole Foods every night to buy dinners when Whole Foods is not exactly cheap, to be perfectly honest, shows how much he has way more money to spend than I do. But even he's noticing. He doesn't like that he's being bombarded for Prime memberships, and he doesn't even know where the fish is coming from, which, hey, if you're into organic eating, that healthy lifestyle stuff, then yeah, where the fish comes from is actually important to you. But it just goes to show that Amazon is not your friend. They're not here for the environment. They're not here to help you. They're not here to help you make better eating decisions in your life. They're not here for anything other than to sell you Prime memberships and to get control of your wallet. And once you have that Prime membership, then you will most likely buy from Amazon. How's that kid from the Sandlot say it? Forever. Forever. How many people here have seen the Sandlot? I'd like to think that everyone has, and yet it dawns on me that movie is like more than 20 or 30 years old at this point, and it's not on TV all the time anymore, so I don't know. But anyway, Amazon did not reply for comment, and they are also working on another grocery store in California that would be separate from Whole Foods in addition to Grab, Go, and Amazon Go stores. So Mulaney did highlight a reason he liked Whole Foods, though. He said it sells a lip balm I like called Mango Kiss that doesn't make my lips too shiny. I don't know if he's being serious or not on that one. So anyway, there you go. That's kind of like my quick little wrap-up after that very long rant I went on with Amazon a day or two ago. Employees hate Amazon. Apparently even comedians hate Amazon. I hate Amazon. If you like them, I guess it's fine. But yeah, going to Whole Foods, like the insane number crunching, the good employees quitting, and now the fact that they care more about selling you Prime memberships, I don't know. I'm not going to Whole Foods anytime soon. I'll stick to Vaughn, Stater Brothers, whatever. Anyway, that's where we're going to leave this brief video. What do you think? Do you agree with John Mulaney? Do you disagree? I would love to know. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.